is a test of their heart. And surely they truly have duly been proved. One more year.
I've been doing that thing that freelancers do all the time historically, that like I even know freelancers do, that I have done myself with different additional freelancing art jobs in the past. I just can't seem to quit. It's overbooking myself. I think I've always done this because I used to be very like socially anxious. I still am to a certain degree, but I've just learned coping mechanisms since I was a teenager. And so like I would try to trick my brain into getting over that anxiety by just like making plans and going out and doing things, right, with people, and like getting out there and trying to put myself in situations where I could learn kind of how to overcome that feeling of anxiety. And it worked over time. Like you know, the more you do something, the better you get at it. You know, we can't change our brain chemicals, but we can learn to do things with more ease and learn certain tools to help us through certain situations. So, you know, that worked. So I think I have this like similar philosophy with work, especially creative work, that like you know, if I it will become easier, like the amount and the length of stuff that I have to do will become easier the more I do it. And while this is true, I have definitely, everyone definitely has their limit, right? Like, it was not super smart of me to book this week, you know, to run 2 games at Gauntlet Con this weekend, while, you know, last weekend I was at Big Bad Con, you know, with a 3-hour time difference, and travel is usually difficult on my body. You know, I'm now sick and have to like work through the remainder of my Kickstarter, which is the actual priority this month. And you know, while it's important to network and do all these other things at the same time, I think that I give myself too much credit with what I'm able to do sometimes. And with freelancing, it's not just this anxiety of like learning how to do the work that I've had in the past with creative things that seemed overwhelming. So like with a creative thing, if it seemed overwhelming, I would give myself the challenge to just kind of do it, even though I had the fear I couldn't do it, right? And I don't necessarily know the amount of time or effort it's going to take to do it yet, because I'm not skilled at it yet, so it seems overwhelming. And so what is the truth there is what I learned through doing. Like, is it actually my anxiety that I can't do it that I have to struggle with? Like, yes, most of the time, but also I learn how much time it actually takes me to do those things. And sometimes if I do it enough, I get faster and better, right? But that's not always true. Sometimes it just takes you a certain amount of time to write 10,000 words. And with freelancing, there's like this additional paranoia factor of, I don't know what jobs are going to be available in 3 months, so I just have to kind of pile them all on. So I just have to kind of like pile them on and hope I haven't overbooked myself, basically. But you end up overbooking yourself. It's just a thing that happens in this line of work, and I had not anticipated just how busy a Kickstarter would make me while running the Kickstarter, and now the month post Kickstarter. It is a lot of work. It's just like like it's a lot of management, like business stuff, on top of the pressure of creating something. Now like over 1,000 people are expecting to be good, which is just a lot of pressure regardless of how good the thing is, you know? And I've never experienced it before, and I hope I hope I deliver, and I mean, like, that it's good and people like it, and you know, that I haven't misjudged my numbers because I haven't done shipping yet. That'll happen next month, and it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress. So I keep all my projects on my Google Calendar. I have been so stressed and overwhelmed recently with everything that I literally forgot 2 projects that like just weren't on my calendar, like kind of big ones. And I think that, you know, this is a lesson. Kira, don't overbook yourself. Freelancers, heed the warning. It's don't say yes to every project, even if they're good and you want to, and you're afraid you won't have enough money, because things will come, and you will actually be able to get sleep and do stuff if you don't sign up for every single event out of some fear that you'll miss out on a networking opportunity. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So anyway, freelancing is hard. You know, it's very similar to small businesses. I have a small business basically by being a game writer and a writer and designer. And it can be overwhelming. It's a trade-off. Like I'm trading having to work for somebody at a job I don't 100% like, fixed hours, you know, for something I can work at home for that's good for my fibromyalgia. That's something creative that I love doing. But basically, I'm working all the time. It's hard to turn off, and you know, because I'm 100% responsible for everything that's happening, and that is a fine trade-off most of the time. But right now, it is extremely overwhelming, and I've overbooked myself. Things are going mostly okay. I'm sure a lot of these feelings are like this anxiety that I won't get things done, but I do get them done, because I am good and talented and skilled, and I trust myself. And you know, I guess the anxiety management of the cycle of kind of like overbooking, worrying about money, getting projects done, not knowing how long they will take, doing things for the first time, is just part of the process. Thanks for listening. I will see you next vid. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Check out my links down below. I'll see ya.